He looked up and he said, I can see you bristle when I say that. He said, but you really shouldn't. He said, you know, I'm an old man. To me, Dad over here is a boy. And I was almost 40, I guess, or at least in my mid-30s. He said, he's a boy to me. He said, I don't mean anything by it.
Will Mitchell made some remarks about how black people feel about Charles Terry. And the governor at this press conference said, my man Charles says little Mitchell does not speak for the black people, implying that my man Charles, this houseboy, did speak for the black people.
It's Wesley. That's what Wesley was saying. No.
Good evening, Wesley.
Charles Wesley Atkins went to work in the Terry home in 1927 and worked for them for 42 years.
He was looking at the Wesley. That's interesting. I didn't think that. And I could think about that. That's interesting. And I was very frank with him. I was doing things to him. We just talked like one family. I do believe if the George didn't stay, it would have been working real long.
Here in the office, at least 3,000 or 3,500 letters, telegrams, begging to keep them on the street.
No matter black or white, a person, if he is in favor of law and order, should not be irritated by the presence of the guard. It shouldn't bother them.
Black people in the guards are harassing our neighborhoods. They take my pride. They ride up and down the streets at night like we're animals or something of this sort. We're not animals. I don't think nothing really bad happened in Wilmington. That the guards have to stay here constantly. I think it's absolutely necessary that the National Guard remain on patrol here in the city of Wilmington. And the governor of the Terry House is that is the only thing that's kept the lid on the city of Wilmington throughout the summer.
We saw this unrest at the beginning of a revolution. He was being fed terrible information by people who were not credible, and he chose to believe it.
I would go down to Dover on occasion, and he would show me a folder with, you know what's in here, you'd lose the rest of your hair.
I started coming back in the morning. A riser, and we would sit on the porch and talk about it, and I would beg him to pull the guard back.
Governor Terry had shown no reluctance to use the guard. In March 1968, he sent state troopers to break up a welfare demonstration and kept the guard on standby for 5 days. 2 months later, he used the guard to remove students who had seized the administration building at Delaware State College. But none of these events provoked resentment the way the prolonged guard patrols did.
Since I've been in Delaware, I've been in here for a year. He's the worst governor that we had to my knowledge.
I guess you'd say he's the governor who did that. But it was, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of forces in this community that helped keep them there.
Poor Governor Terry. The ones who complained, I think, were not responsible black people or white people. I think those that complained were the ones that were enjoying their rioting.
Law and order is the only real issue in this campaign, in my opinion, nationally and locally.
Less than a week after his interview aired in October, at the height of his re-election campaign, Governor Terry suffered a heart attack. His opponent was retired DuPont Company chemist Russell Peterson, whose liberal Republican views included support for the Guard's withdrawal.
In every other place, they kept that guard in the streets for like 8 hours, 24 hours, maybe even 48 hours. But to keep them on the streets for 9.5 months, every night driving through the black neighborhoods, was strictly outrageous.
I think that 80% of the people that we came into contact with between the period of April and September 1 were in favor of it. I think that after that, there was some shift, and I think that people did feel that the presence was a little embarrassing.
The governor was convinced that he was going to ride the victory based on his iron fist. Turned out to be both lost. I couldn't criticize him. They were both running for office on the same ticket, so I had to bite my tongue and keep quiet. was just negative math and creating a problem. We all set out to see if a Republican could win. We went through the black vote and the Chinese vote and everything, and no way could we win. Don't ask me. I just suddenly changed my mind for no good reason. 1 week later, I'm leading 2-1.
Haskell's gamble paid off. The Guard's presence overwhelmed Babayar's administration and elected Haskell, the first Republican elected mayor in 16 years. Republican Peterson upset Terry, but whether the Guard issue or its failing health defeated Terry is still uncertain.
There's no question about it in my mind that I won the election in spite of that Guard issue. The statistics we had, my own personal contacts with people indicated that my position on the Guard issue was hurting me seriously.
We had a governor at that time, Charles Terry,